We're going to do a video today with Zach Pettikas. It's going to be super fun. So we're going to give you the option. Do you just want to talk strictly insurance, or do you really want to learn about Zach? Hey, Zach.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, tell me something about you that you can't find out from social media.
I love to go snowboarding. I don't get to do it as much as I used to do it, but I love snowboarding. I love wakeboarding.
Hey, Zach, how did you get to Texas?
So my journey to Texas started being in California. I grew up in California, lived there my entire life, was actually a fireman for 10 years in California. Back in 2020-ish is kind of when we decided we wanted to move, get out of California and do something different. So I looked into a bunch of different options. One thing led to another. I was able to get hooked up with an insurance agency out here in Texas who he was looking to retire. So I ended up purchasing his book of business and came out here to Flower Mound, Texas.
Hey, Zach, so why Texas?
Texas was not really even on the radar. We were trying to move. Well, we wanted to move East Coast, South, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee was kind of the main focus that we had. But then my wife and I, we were open to anything. So when we looked at some options in those areas, nothing really came to be. And then I had a friend in California who is in insurance who got me in contact with people in Texas. And I never been to Texas, didn't know what it was all about. So I visited Texas in January of 21 and then was able to work that deal with a current agent who was looking to retire. And when we visited out here, we fell in love with it. And at that point, we knew that Texas would work for us. Once I was able to come up with a deal to purchase that book of business, it was a no-brainer, and we fell in love with Texas, and we love it.
Hey, Zach, so why insurance of all things?
Insurance was a way where I could get into an industry initially without having a large ramp-up period. I have a wife, 4 kids, been in an industry that was completely different in terms of firefighting for 10 years. I have my bachelor's degree, however, but with insurance, you're able to learn the business fairly quickly. And then also I was able to leverage moving from California to Texas to be able to buy an existing book of business, which worked out well for me and my family. And it's something that obviously people most of the time don't like to talk about, but it's something that you need to have, and something that's very vital for your family's future, to make sure that you're taking care of your home, your autos, your umbrella, the life insurance, the whole deal. So there's a lot that goes into it, and it's an ever-changing business. So why would I get an umbrella policy?
Hey, Zach, I got an umbrella policy when I was going through a divorce. And the reason I took out an umbrella policy is at the time I was still married, and it kind of worried me that I knew that my ex was taking medication and out driving. And even though you're going through a divorce, like, you're still responsible as long as you're still married. Like, if something did happen and she would have gotten into an accident, and say she took out like a life of somebody, well, they could still sue me even though we are separated and I'm not a part of it. So I wanted that $1 million umbrella policy to protect me in case that happened. Was that a wise decision, Zach?
Absolutely. So the umbrella policy is going to cover all of the assets that is under your home, auto, all your toys, whether that be a boat or Sea-Doos, whatever it may be. So you have your regular liability limits of $250,000, $500,000 per accident, and then the umbrella goes on top of that, which there's umbrellas all the way up to $10 million. But usually, if somebody will get $1 million, so then your total amount for an accident would be $1.5 million versus $500,000, and it's usually a very low cost. $30 a month, something like that, where you can get that extra layer of protection.
Hey, Zach, if they want to learn more about insurance from you, how do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, so if you want to get in touch with me, I'm happy to review your policies or even just answer questions. No obligation, but my name is Zach Pettikas. I own Zach Pettikas Insurance Agency here in Flower Mound. Our phone number is 972-316-6388, or if you just Google my name, there's not a lot of Zach Pettikases in the world, so you'll come up right away with my insurance agency here in Flower Mound. We'd be happy to discuss anything with you, and happy to help you out.
Thank you, Zach.